Sophie, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make this awesome tissue box hamster hide or hamster toy. So this is so cool, and it's used with total items you're going to have around the house. I never have anything to use for, and even I found stuff around my house just to use this thing. So it's really simple. I'm also going to be showing you how to make pet safe glue halfway through. So yeah, let's jump right onto the video. To start though, I would like to say a big shout out to a channel called Princess Paige. So this is my best friend, and she's just started this YouTube channel. It would mean the world to me if you went and supported her. She is the girl who was starring in my bedroom vlog probably a couple of weeks ago now. So go check that one out if you want to see what she's like. The ingredients you are going to need are flour and water to make your pet safe glue, scissors, a pen, lolly sticks, I've got loads here but you don't need quite this many, a selection of toiletries and a tissue box which has got a big hole in the front for your hamster to go through. First thing we're going to do is make pet safe glue. So if you already have non-toxic pet safe glue, then you can just use that and skip this stage, but I don't actually have any, so I've got to make my own. It isn't going to be as strong as normal glue, but it doesn't really matter if it falls apart as long as your hamster doesn't get poisoned. So to make this, all you need to do is do a mixture of plain flour and water. Some people do it in like parts, but you don't really need to measure them out exactly because you need to have it quite thick for it to work. So you just want to add water and flour together. Oh, I am making such a mess. Whenever I make any of these tutorials, I make such a mess. Anyway, you just want to mix them around until it forms a kind of gluey consistency like a paste. Start prepping our tissue box. So in the front, if you can see here of my tissue box, there is this plastic stuff. So if you've got anything like this in your tissue box, you just want to rip it out from the inside. It usually comes out pretty easily. If not, you can cut it out, but it just comes out like this. Everything is all prepped and ready. You want to make sure that your tissue box is all set up, and we're going to make the first tube hole. So to make the tube hole, you just want to take the size of your tube and place it on top and draw around it. Is what it looks like. It's just you want to make a circle. I've made a total mess of this, but you know what, you can see where you want to cut. So you don't want to make it bigger than your toilet roll because otherwise it's not going to fit, it's just going to slide right out. So you want to make it about the same size or a little bit smaller if possible. It's all cut out. I was planning to do this on camera, but I made a total mess of it, and it turns out I cannot cut things out. So I had to do that off camera, but you want it to be about this size, doesn't matter if it's messy. So now you need to put your toilet roll into it. I'm just about to put my toilet roll into this, like so. So it fits really nicely and snugly, and because Zippy isn't quite strong, he shouldn't be able to take this out. But if it is too small, then you can just flap it and just work around it and make sure it's in properly. There's lots of methods you can use. What I'm going to do is do a different entrance. So I'm just showing you all the different ways you can customise these tissue boxes. You don't have to, you can do any combination of these you want. You can do all tubes or ramps or shapes, but I'm going to be making a shaped entrance. So as you can see, I've just drawn out a triangle, and you need to cut that out to make another shaped entrance. Again, if you're going to make this for two hamsters, it needs to have two entrances, because if your hamsters are sharing their cage, like only dwarf hamsters, then you need to have two entrances so they can get in and out without fighting. So this is another thing, you need to have an open entrance. This is my entrance. It's quite small, but it's fine for a dwarf hamster. Make yours bigger if you're making it for a Syrian. You can make these any shapes and sizes to customise it, but I thought a triangle was quite cute. And now we're going to move on to making the last kind of personalised feature, the ramp. So what you need to do is cut a piece of cardboard to connect onto here just to make a ramp. So I haven't got like any cardboard around. I don't seem to have anything for these DIY tutorials, so I'm just using a toilet roll. All you want to do is flatten it to make it straight, and just cut up the edges to make a flat surface. This is where our trillions of billions of lolly sticks come in. So your ramp just coming up is going to be a little bit too flat, so you want to make sure that there is some grip. So I'm using lolly sticks and sticking them on with pet safe glue. So you just want to halve your lolly sticks to the right size. There is another way you can do this. You can do little tiny lolly stick pieces. If I can do this, I don't think I will. Let's break a bit. And make kind of climbing wall, which is another cute effect you can do for a theme. But I'm just using the plain old method today. You want to glue them onto the ramp. So I'm using my glue which we made earlier and just running them along in the shape that you would like. I'm probably not going to use all of these. I went a bit over ambitious and made quite a few. You don't need too many. But I'm just putting this over. I'm not going to speed this bit up because it won't take too long. It's more effort to transcode it than it is to just watch it through, guys. You don't realise, if you don't edit videos, you don't realise how long it takes. So there we go, that's all that. And now you just want to stick them on. Now this is the test whether the glue really works. And as far as I'm concerned, it's actually sticking pretty well. I'm not sure whether you can see this right now, but I cannot do this in the air. It's pretty much impossible. So, yeah, hope you can see. Oh, I actually didn't overdo it as much as I got. I've only got one left. So that's what it looks like. Actually, I'm really impressed with this glue. It's really quite sticky. Oh, yeah, drop it. That's going to do great good. Filming earlier, I also forgot to mention that I am going to add one more component. So I'm doing a kind of lolly stick roof, which is going to look really cool using the Pet Safe glue and the lolly sticks again. So you just, it's pretty self-explanatory. You just stick the glue on the top, and it's just a nice finishing touch to add to the little hut. The roof looks like. I am so impressed with this. It actually looks really cool. It's a really nice finishing touch. So it hasn't quite dried yet, but now I'm just going to show you how you're going to attach the ramp. It's pretty self-explanatory, and it doesn't need much. You just want to add a little bit more glue on just to stick it there. What you should be able to do is, if you've got sawdust, which pretty much everyone does, any bedding you've got on the bottom, just stick it into the bedding and lean it up, because that is all you're going to really need for it. But if you want to just give it a bit more secured, you can just add a little bit more glue along the edge, like that, or make a little, or if you've got a bit left, just make a flap. But I've got sawdust and I'm just going to leave it like this. Finished like toy slash hide, guys. I'm actually really happy with this. It's turned out so well. So it's got lots of things that you can do to make it your own, and it's really cool. So you've got your entrance at the front, which leads out to a triangular shaped entrance at the back. I'm just going to switch this around and show you the triangular entrance. And it's also got a tube entrance here, so they can go through the tube into the den. And then you've got a ramp up to this kind of sticked area which they can just sit on. And this is really cool. It's got so many components and it's going to be really fun, because homemade toys, as I said in my hamster video, is always so much better than buying them, and this is really cool. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you want to see any more like this. I've got some more ideas to do with tissue boxes, so stay tuned. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe like you usually do, and I'll see you next time.